So let's take a look at some of the mods that are going to make Minecraft a lot more interesting. This is a list of the top 15 mods that are going to make Minecraft villages a lot more enhanced. So let's take a look at this Minecraft mod right here. This is called Millenaire. It's a Minecraft mod that actually adds really cool villages in a very unique way. Each village is unique and custom, and each village has new NPCs loosely based on the 11th century culture. Inside every village, you're going to see men, women, and children that each live their own lives and have their own story to tell. What's cool is, like, unlike normal villages, these villages are actually exploring and actually doing a lot of work. What's actually really cool about this mod as well is that these villagers can actually become friends with you and build you stuff and give you stuff. You can see that right here that these villagers actually actively interact with me and actually try to give me some stuff. It says you have met a villager for the first time. Info mount, you can see that these villagers actively engage in tasks such as chopping trees and planting wood. This villager right here, you can see that he's actively replanting trees and making the village even better. For example, this villager over here is actively planting down some sand. I'm not sure what they're making, but it does look really cool. In the top icon, you can see that it actively says that they are building. And for this villager right here, you can see that it says he's patrolling. He's got a sword, so I would just simply presume that he is a guard. And now you can see that he's off to chat, which means that he's off to talk to someone. What's also cool is that you can come to this sign right here, which actually shows you the population of the village. You can see that they've got 10 adults and no children, which means that there haven't been any babies made. You can see that their military also has a huge offense and huge defense. They also have some village walls and some huge resources. It also shows you if there's any active constructions and how many buildings there are. Overall, it's a really robust mod that shows you just what's capable of when you actually add villages to Minecraft in a much more meaningful way. What's also interesting is that some of these villages are actually different sizes to you, which adds a lot more variety to the game. What's also cool is that when you're actually browsing, you don't need to search for hours on end for different seeds. As you can see right here, if you're actually browsing, it'll actually generate a random village very near you. And if you open up the chat, you can see that right down here, it says new village located, the Assos of type Morocco. And it also tells you exactly where this village is. And just like the last village, this one also has a lot of different custom things. You can see that every single village is completely unique in the way it's designed, the way it's built, and completely unique in the way that you interact with players. As you can see, with a different biome, you do get a different village. And you also do get much different characters. So if you're someone who's actually kind of an explorer, then this is definitely the mod for you. Just make sure to check out every single biome, because every single biome does have a lot of different villages. And they all do come with a lot of different unique quirks and unique features. For example, in this village, you can see that this villager actually has a lake where he can fish, whereas in the other village, this wasn't possible. So there's many different ways that you can customize these villages and actually have fun with them. This mod also does feature random things such as broken down houses, which you can then loot and continue on in your survival world. So there's truly tons to explore in this crazy game. Not to mention you also do get the luxury of having the original villages in Minecraft if you want those as well. And what's cool about this mod is it actually makes the original villages a lot more bountiful and a lot more plentiful, because sometimes those villages can be really bleak. So all around, it's a great mod. Not only does this add different villages, but it also adds random people. As you can see here, it also adds random houses and random people. So even if you don't like villages that much, you can eventually find some random people that you're going to have some interesting adventures with. And with some of these random structures that you do manage to find, you can actually find children and families that are simply alone, making the start of their own village. Simply a really cool and really versatile mod. Just make sure you check out every single biome, because honestly, some of these villages are so unique, so absolutely creative, and honestly so interesting. This mod that we have here is actually called Minecraft Comes Alive. So this mod is essentially its name. Minecraft does come alive. This mod actually does completely remove villagers from the game, and it actually changes them to custom characters. What's cool about this is that there's over 250 unique different skins. Each one of these has their own personality and can do different things. You can also interact with these villagers in a variety of ways, such as talking to them, and you can ask them to do stuff. So for example, you can interact, you can say follow me, stay here, trade, locations, go home. And with every different character, there's many different things that you can do. As you can see, this character right here is actually just a librarian, and this character here is a warrior. So you can also see here that if I interact, I can also chat, joke, gift, shake hand, tell story, flirt, hug, and kiss, amongst many other different things. And it's definitely really cool because you do see a bunch of custom unique characters doing the stuff that normal Minecraft villagers would do. You can also see that when you do chat with a villager, it actually pops up in the left-hand side. And this character said, yes, I suppose the weather is nice today. If you did want to, you could also get married to villagers and actually have children. In addition to this, villagers also have their own lives as you play, and they will get married and have children of their own, even if you do your own thing. So this one is worth the shout. So this mod right here is called Village Names. Now, essentially, this mod is really cool because it allows major customization of Minecraft villages. Essentially, what it does is actually allows you to control the general size and frequency of villages. You can also choose the biomes that villages do or don't spawn in, including modded. You can just have an insane amount of variety customizations for this mod. It's honestly really crazy, and this is not even the latest version of Minecraft. Remember that this current version is actually the Java edition 1.12, so it's definitely a bit different. But you can all see that the customization options here are absolutely absolutely insane. It features a wide range of villagers, including children, and different kinds of villagers that we already do now have in the newest version of Minecraft, but honestly, some really cool structures such as huts and caves, and just many different things that make this game awesome. So essentially, if you're using this mod and you want to actually customize it, just go ahead to the mods, click on the village names, then click on the config, and then go on the either general settings or the villager generator settings, and that's where you can change all of these crazy things. This is where you can change all of the villagers, the professions, the skin tones, and just everything that they're going to do. It definitely allows for a lot more customization, and it's definitely really cool to see villagers doing all kinds of different tasks, and just goes to show exactly what Minecraft villagers are completely capable of. It also does include several different books and different blocks, so it's definitely worth the lengthy explore. Now, this villager mod doesn't actually change the looks of the villagers. It actually changes the insane look of the villagers in the village itself, but just doesn't change the structures. And trust me, this is way better than I expected. Now, trust me, I'm going to show you every single villager that is in this mod, and trust me, it's absolutely so insane. These villagers don't spawn in naturally, so I'm going to have to spawn them in with the spawner. So one that actually looks really cool, and this is one of the first ones I spawned in, was a light infantry. As you can all see, this villager is actually holding something that is essentially some kind of cannon that is a projectile that will attack many other villagers. Also, there are many other villagers like this. I've honestly got to give props to the mod creator for these designs, because honestly, the intricate work has genuinely got to be admired, because this is something that is just cool that is honestly just too cool not to share. Next, we have the sniper rifle villager, and as you can all see, it's a villager with a sniper rifle in its hand. It's definitely really cool because this villager also has a little backpack on its back, which shows that it's containing a large amount of ammo, and I'm pretty sure it's really accurate. The next one isn't really a villager, but it's a mortar Steve. Now, of course, these guys, you wouldn't think they're Threns, but of course, this is just another one that actually has a mortar. Now, if you don't know what a mortar is essentially a kind of projectile that goes up into the sky and comes straight down. And the mortar is going to be loaded by things that are located in his backpack. Now, there's also different ones that are in aircrafts, and as you guys can see, they actually do fight quite a bit. So this is an Illager that is in an aircraft, and these are going to be ones that actually do attack these kinds of villages. So if you are going to spawn these creatures in, just remember that, or there's going to be a little bit of destruction. There's also a machine gun infantry villager, which actually does have a mounted machine gun. As you can all see, if you do manage to spawn in these in a very different way, you can absolutely set up custom defenses, especially on certain walls or certain places where you want to defend your village from a specific attack. As you can all see, once I spawn in this pillager, if you wanted to know, there's also piglins in this mod, which actually also do some crazy attacks. And as you can see from this villager actually does shoot the stuff in the sky, and this illager does actually manage to secretly attack these villagers whilst they're attacking. It's definitely really, really cool. There are also piglins in this mob, which are actually going to attack the illagers, which definitely make for some interesting combat. So I would say with this mob, definitely play around with these kinds of villagers, because trust me, it's really, really cool to see all the different weapons that they have. And what's cool is that these weapons are actually really, really medieval, and they actually fit the look of the villagers. So it's definitely cool to see exactly how these work. And you can see these villagers immediately fighting and getting rid of these pillagers. If you want to add some more crazy stuff, just make sure you add some aircraft ones that spawn in the air, and you'll see these guys flying around fighting the village, and you'll see these other villagers actually actively engaging them. It's definitely something that is really cool. And I would say shout out to the mod creator for creating these, because honestly, these are an art of work. Or should I say work of art, because honestly, this makes Minecraft so much more enjoyable. This mod might just be the very best mod on the list, because when it comes to villagers, this one completely does things differently. This one actually has villagers that even have custom walking animations. As you can all see, these villagers have custom rolls and custom walking animations. What's even better is that these custom animations actually participate in the actual work that they're doing. So if a villager is farming, they actually have a custom animation for farming. It's also really cool because it shows emoticons on the top of the head to show just exactly what a villager is about to do in that given moment. What's also cool is that these villagers actually look like villagers. A lot of them just put players in, but this one actually makes villagers look like villagers. They still retain Minecraft's original villager design while keeping everything looking amazing. You can also see here that as this person is chopping down the tree, the animation just simply looks absolutely amazing. Honestly, seriously, this mod is one of the best mods when it comes to Minecraft villages. Not many Minecraft mods beat this mod when it does come to the versatility and the uniqueness in the animations of this crazy mod. Trust me, this is going to be a mod that you're going to want to look at. It's really cool in terms of the design, the animations, the overall just uniqueness of it. As you know, Minecraft villagers actually have their hands tied together, but this mod actually frees their hands, and it shows you exactly what villagers are capable of when they're free to roam the world. There's honestly so much that you can do with this mod, so I definitely recommend you check it out, interact with the villagers, and upgrade your village, because you can really do so much with this amazing mod. Just trust me, guys, this is going to be the one that you want to check out if you're exploring Minecraft village. There are also some wandering villagers that are in the mod as well that also do crazy stuff. For example, you can actually add these guys to your village and expand your village even more. So TekTopia is definitely very, very interesting, and trust me when I say this mod is absolutely insane when it comes to Minecraft villagers. I didn't even believe that this mod was real, but after playing it, it definitely put a smile on my face. This mod right here is actually really cool. This one is actually for the Bedrock edition of Minecraft, but trust me when I say it's truly amazing. So this mod right here is actually truly amazing. It's a version, so this mod is called the Villagers and Illagers Legacy Update. So this one is actually really cool. As you can all see, it adds a variety of villagers and Illagers. It includes many different villager styles from the warrior villagers to the archer villagers. It's definitely one that adds a bountiful amount of villagers into the game and adds many different things that you can do. What's really cool is that some of these villagers actually have unique custom player models which actually look really amazing, especially the archer villagers, which are by far my favorite because it actually allows them to shoot more bows than a standard villager would, definitely increasing the amount of defenses that a normal villager would have rather than just a standard iron golem. It actually has around 7 different unique custom player models and actually adds a different element of danger to the game. It's definitely really interesting. For example, if I spawn a zombie in this village, you're about to see exactly how quickly these villagers get to work. Even though it isn't nighttime, if I spawn these villagers in, although the zombie will die, these villagers immediately get to work. The archer villager shoots the archers, and these warrior villagers get to striking the villager down. What's also cool is that in this village at nighttime, the only villagers that do go and hide are the villagers that aren't the warriors. As you can see, as the warrior villagers actually walk around, they are looking for actively zombies, whilst the archer villagers are also using their crossbows and their bow and arrows to seek out and find any dangerous mobs. As you can all see right here, they're actively shooting and destroying these villagers and zombies from attacking the village. It definitely adds a whole new dimension to the game, and you can see that these villagers are no longer scared and are hiding in place. It spawns in a huge amount of village, and trust me when I say these villagers are most certainly protected. You can see that these villagers are no joke, and the iron golems don't even have to do much work because the archer villagers pretty much take all of it from them. Now, there are many different custom unique mobs, but I'm not going to go through all of them because I don't want to spoil it for you. Just make sure you explore it, and if you don't see some of the villagers in the village itself, make sure to spawn some of them with a spawn egg because not every village comes with each type of villager. As you can see right here, this is a very unique kind of one. So this Minecraft villager mod is actually one of the coolest one. This is called the Villager Soldier add-on. So if you're someone that actually likes the war aspect of Minecraft, then this one is going to be for you because every single villager in this mod has some crazy kind of weapon that they use to dismember every single zombie and skeleton that they see. It's truly absolutely amazing and cool. You can see that some of these villagers actually have enchanted weapons as they roam around the village. And essentially what they're trying to do is simply just defend their village. But this isn't where things start to take off. One of the coolest things you can actually have in this mod is villagers with walking crossbows, and it's just simply so cool. The wheels actually move and they have an entire crossbow stand with them. It's definitely something that is really cool and something that I did not expect from a Minecraft mod, especially on the Bedrock edition, because Bedrock definitely does have mods that are a lot less cool, but this mod is really amazing. Honestly, I never thought I'd see something like it. There's also many different types of villagers, but some of them you are going to have to spawn in, like this villager with a musket. I'm not sure where it is, but I'm pretty sure maybe it's just a visual bug. There are also villagers with cannons that you can spawn in, and trust me when I say it's truly an insane mod. Like this one right here is definitely something that you only see once someone has spent an insane amount of time on these kinds of mods. So definitely make sure you take a look at this villager mod because it truly is one of the cool ones, because trust me when I say the amount of customizations and the amount of cool villages that you can have on this version of Minecraft definitely surprised me, especially with the animations as well. It definitely is really cool. And if you thought this villager mod was actually really cool, just wait until you see these villagers actually shoot an entire zombie army. You can see that these villagers are actively shooting and engaging with mobs that are around 35 blocks away. It's truly absolutely incredible. Even on this kind of range, you're never going to need any kind of iron golems to protect you because these villagers are doing all the work. I mean, honestly, just take a look at that animation as it pulls back. It's truly amazing. I'm going to spawn a whole ton of mobs here and you're going to see exactly how crazy these villagers are. These villagers are actively engaging in war, shooting cannons, and firing many different things. It's really cool. You can even see here that even though I'm spawning a ton of different villagers, every single time I do that, these villagers are completely getting all the damage that they can by simply wiping these out, especially with the cannibal. This army of villagers is probably the most heavily defended and definitely the strongest village I've ever seen. Definitely make sure you give this one a good look because you do know that you do want to try these mods as quick as possible because sometimes they do lose functionality, especially after Minecraft updates. So it's definitely very amazing. Now this mod here is called the Happy Villagers add-on. Essentially this one just adds Happy Village. Now I do have to be honest, since this mod hasn't been updated, the walking animations aren't exactly perfect, but nonetheless it does add a cool concept to Minecraft villages. Essentially what you get in your inventory when you go into creative mode is you get many different types of villagers. You can also see that these villagers do say some random stuff, such as finally something random to do. Now there isn't too much customization here, but there definitely are a lot of random villagers that do spawn in and do random tasks in the Minecraft Bedrock. One of the coolest Minecraft villagers that you can have is the guards villagers. So essentially when you spawn the guards villagers down, they'll essentially protect the village from any immediate threat. As you can all see right here, these guard villagers immediately get to work disposing of these zombie villagers within seconds. Now, although this mod is simply outdated, I'm pretty sure that it's still going to give those of you who want to get a unique villager experience, especially one with, I guess you could say, more custom player models rather than some other villagers, then this is going to be the one for you, as this actually has custom player models and it doesn't really have models that look like villagers themselves, rather actual people. It just simply depends on what you really want. This next mod here is called the Recurrent Complex mod, and this mod is a building mod. It's a mod that adds over 200 randomized structures into Minecraft, and it makes them look absolutely insane. You can see that this village is completely not normal. This structure is absolutely insane, and so are the villagers inside. I'll be honest, it doesn't really have that many villagers that do many crazy things, but the structures are truly incredible. Not only are the villagers incredible and the structures incredible, it also changes the structures of the trees. For example, take a look at this biome. It actually adds a different dynamic and adds different kinds of trees and leaves to this kind of biome. It's definitely a mod that adds a lot more depth and a lot more playthrough to the game. It just makes it feel a lot more in depth and a lot more fun, but also adds different chests inside of each village and still maintains Minecraft's classic village. Even though this Minecraft that doesn't actually change the villages itself, it actually adds a whole new dimension of building and different structures. As you can see right here in the sky, there are these weird structures that I won't open the chest for because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's definitely really cool to see a whole new dimension into the game, even when you have one on the floor and underground. With random structures included as well, it's definitely a fun mod to check out. What's also really cool about this mod that I really do like is the fact that these structures aren't just big, it's that these structures are extremely detailed, as you can all see. There's a lot of thought and design that goes into every single build that just makes this world a lot more fun to explore. Just trust me when I say this mod is really cool, because it doesn't just change the world, it changes biomes too, even the trees and even underground secret areas, which I won't spoil. So definitely make sure you check out this really awesome mod called Recurrent Complex, because trust me when I say, guys, this is going to be a mod that you're not going to want to miss out on. With all the crazy structures and all the crazy depths to this mod, it's a mod that's really going to take it to the next level. It's a mod that really takes Minecraft building to a next level, and I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy this, especially if you're a fan of building or you're just simply someone that wants to explore a little bit more detailed villages. Just make sure you explore every single biome, because every single biome has many different villages with many different random structures and many different village designs. So the Recurrent Complex mod is definitely one that you want to see. Now, if you do actually want to give some villagers some kind of freedom, and I guess you could say some kind of guns, this villager right here is actually holding an AK-47. Now, what I actually have is the NPC mod. I can actually spawn in many NPCs, including villagers, and you can all see here, I've actually combined this with a gun mod. Now, this gun mod is actually really cool, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. You can see you have many different guns, such as the AK-47, the AUG, the Vector, along with many different laser rifles. All I have to do is open up his inventory, click inventory, and give him any gun that I want. I can swap it out for a shotgun, I can swap it out for anything I want. And just like that, your villager is equipped with a really cool shotgun. And not only that, I can actually equip him with armor, and if I click inventory and take off his helmet and take off his chest plate, you can see that this villager is actually really cool. I can also open up the NPC pather, which is part of the NPC mobs. I can then use this NPC pather, tie it to him, and then of course set a custom path that he'll actually follow, and he'll go every single place. I just right click, go to AI, go to edit, then I go ahead and I change the movement type from standing to a moving path. And you can see now that this AI is actually going to follow this path. Now, this is actually really cool because this villager will now, if commanded to, shoot different mobs and actually patrol your village with a shotgun. Definitely something really cool that you can do, provided you have the creativity to combine this mod with many other things.